How's it going, YouTube? Lone PC Gamer here, and welcome to Lone's Gaming News Episode 8. We've been doing this for 2 months straight now, and so far so good. Now this week is special though because I have now reached 11,400 video views, which is amazing. My channel is expanding faster each week, it seems, so that's inspiring. So let's start this off. The Witcher 3. Well, it turns out that there are 36 different world states at the end of the game. CD Projekt Red says that the given 36 states, in the way that the game tracks player choices, there are over 300 small changes that could occur during the end game based on how you played your character. They claim that they didn't intend for the game to be so complex, but the storyline made it so, and the game will be roughly 50 hours of gameplay worth. Well, that's a lot. I can't wait till this game comes out. Now, Grand Theft Auto 5's new game cover has been revealed, and it resembles the older titles, of course, with different scenes and characters in a cartoon style on the cover. The game is said to release September 17th of this year. That's 4 months later than planned. There will be a link in the description if you want to check out the cover art along with multiple screenshots. Now this may be a shocker to some of you, but Disney has shut down Lucasarts studio and therefore laid off 150 people and canceled both Star Wars First Assault and Star Wars 1313. They also said that licensing these games out to different studios to continue the creation is next to nothing. Disney picked up LucasArts last fall and immediately stopped all hiring and product branding. Many knew this was the beginning of the end. Now, why would Disney buy a studio like Lucas just to shut it down? Is the name enough for them to hold on to for profit insurance or something? I don't know. Anyway, Cryptic Studios finally announces Neverwinter Open Beta. This is an MMORPG that has been long awaited and it looks great. Starting April 30th, Open Beta starts, giving the player the opportunity to have unrestricted access to the game. The characters that are created when this beta starts will never be deleted and are yours forever or until Disney buys them out. The fourth closed beta begins the 12th. Be sure to check out the link in the description for more information and screenshots of this game. Now EA's brought up again. Go figure. EA says that they can do better. However, they blamed their bad name to homophobes and whiny Madden fans, or so says Mr. Moore. It is the 8th year in a row that a contest known as the Worst Company in America tournament has taken place, and EA looks to be again a top contender, and the company doesn't seem to like that very much. Mr. Moore, the chief operating officer for EA, doesn't think that their company is doing any wrong. When tons of people hate their famous microtransaction, the buying of smaller studios and milking them until they are ruined, and not to mention the failure of an end to the Mass Effect franchise. So let me bring up the homophobia part. Mr. Moore says that by allowing the person to create lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgendered players in some of their games, that somehow created this voting campaign made by those people against that sort of lifestyle, and thus leading to them being nominated this year. And with reference to the whining he was talking about, well, the second reason he gave to being nominated was that people disliked last year's Madden cover, when actually the complaints on the game mechanics far superseded the game cover art. Well, that's enough for game studio drama for the day. So now we get on to some game releases for the week of April 7th. So here we go. First up, we got Age of Empires 2 HD Edition, which releases April 9th for PC only. Age of Empires lets players explore multiple campaigns from both the Conqueror's expansion as well as Age of Kings. You get to pick between 18 different civilizations to play from over 1,000 years in history. You can pick this up on Steam and play against your friends if you want to. Second up is Age of Wushu, and this is also a PC exclusive and comes out the 10th and it's free to play. Wushu is a martial arts MMORPG that takes place in ancient China, and you get to explore 2,000 years of that culture tradition. Next up is Shootmania Storm, and guess what? It's another PC exclusive as well, and it comes out April 10th. This is an online multiplayer first-person shooter that takes place in a fantasy world. Now, this sounds interesting to me. This may be pretty good. Be sure to check it out. It's the best of both my favorite game types. Now, Halo 4 Castle Map Pack comes out 8th for the Xbox only, of course, and it is a final map pack to be released, bringing it to number 3. This DLC gives us 3 new maps and a 6v6 playlist entitled Castle DLC. The maps featured are Daybreak, Outcast, and Perdition. A game that is really called Guacamelee comes to the PS3 and Vita the 9th of April, and it is a Metroidvania-style platform game set in a magical Mexican world. Wow, that should be interesting. Next up is Motocross Madness, and that releases the 10th for the Xbox 360, and it seems to be just another generic motocross racing game. Don't take my word for that. That's just my impression due to the lack of detail that I'm getting for this game. Another PC game coming out the 10th is Ocean City Racing. This is an open-world indie driving game powered by Unreal Engine 3, featuring the biggest, most detailed open-world environment, advanced driving physics, and high-quality visuals. So this is going to have to wrap it up for this week's episode. I hope you enjoyed the news and the Black Ops 2 gameplay in the background. I rarely use assault rifles, well, in this game anyway, but it felt right today. Not a whole lot of exciting game releases this week, but some major news going on in our gaming world. Be sure to check out the links provided for details on news and the releases mentioned. I'll catch you guys later. Take care.